Coming up on Network Africa. At least 6 people feared dead as tourist submarine sinks in Egypt's Red Sea. 39 others rescued. Sudan People's Liberation Movement in opposition says Vice President Riek Machar's arrest ends South Sudan's peace deal. Plus, Niger's military leader sworn in as president for 5 years. Hello and welcome to the program today. I'm Layo Olaride. We begin in Egypt, where at least 6 people are feared dead after a tourist submarine sinks into the Red Sea. Several people have been injured and 39 others rescued from the incident off the Egyptian city of Hurghada early on Thursday. Around 40 passengers were on board the submarine, and according to Moscow's embassy in Egypt, all of them are believed to be Russian citizens. The boat, called Sinbad, sank close to the harbor. In November, a tourist boat called the Sea Story sank in Hurghada, leaving 11 people dead or missing, including a British couple and 35 survivors. Tensions remain high in South Sudan as the opposition party says the 2018 peace deal in the country has collapsed. The Sudan People's Liberation Movement in opposition, SPLM-IO, adds that the detention of South Sudan's first Vice President Riek Machar has effectively collapsed the peace deal that ended the country's 5-year civil war. Late on Wednesday, an armed convoy led by top security officials, including the defense minister, entered Mr. Machar's residence in the capital, Juba, disarming his bodyguards. Mr. Machar is now under house arrest, detained alongside his wife, Angelina Teny, who is the country's interior minister. The United Nations has been warning that South Sudan is on the brink of a return to civil war following an escalation of conflict between Mr. Machar and President Salva Kiir, although the president has said he will never return the country to war. The two leaders agreed back in August 2018 to end the civil war that had killed nearly 400,000 people. But over the last 7 years, their relationship has become increasingly strained amid ethnic tensions and sporadic violence in the country. In neighboring Sudan, the military leader, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, has visited the presidential palace in Khartoum, and this was after landing at the city's international airport following its recapture by the army. Surrounded by cheering soldiers at the venue, a significant symbol of absolute power and sovereignty, General al-Burhan declared the capital free of the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, RSF. This is believed to be the first time he has set foot in the presidential palace since the start of the war almost 2 years ago. The military-led government was forced to move to Port Sudan on the Red Sea after the RSF seized control of the capital early in the war. The army has been moving swiftly since recapturing the presidential palace and seizing state institutions taken by RSF. The RSF had controlled most of Khartoum, the capital, since the war began in April 2023. Nationwide, hundreds of thousands have been killed and millions have also been forced to flee their homes. Here in West Africa, Niger's military ruler has been sworn in as the country's president for a transitional period of 5 years. On Wednesday, General Abdurrahmane Tichiani took the presidential office under a new charter that replaces the West African country's constitution. He has also been promoted to the country's highest military rank of Army General, signing a decree ordering that all political parties in the country be dissolved. During the swearing-in ceremony in the capital, Niamey, General Tchiani promised to live up to the trust placed in him. He has led the country since 2023 after he deposed Niger's elected president, Mohamed Bazoum. The transition to democratic rule is in line with recommendations that a commission made following national discussions. The new charter says this 5-year period is flexible depending on the country's security status. Let's head over to South Africa now. Deputy Minister of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, Seiso Mohai, has highlighted the crucial role of academia and civil society in shaping policies that align with G20 priorities. Speaking at the G20 seminar currently underway in Johannesburg, he emphasized that their involvement is key to addressing challenges in integrating G20 priorities into South Africa's development strategies. The seminar focused on public good, development, finance, and social protection, serving as a platform to educate, inform, and engage stakeholders on the significance of the G20 during South Africa's presidency.
So we say that development should not be just confined be a confinement narrowly of government, but citizenry, active citizenry is important to ensure and shape our development agenda in the country. Currently in South Africa, we're talking about triple ills, that there's high level of unemployment, there's prevalence of poverty, and also there is inequality, which is very high in our country. So we have to look into these issues. What are the chronic problems around areas of economic growth? What are the challenges that relates to financing of our ambitious plan, particularly in the rolling out of the infrastructure? Hence, specializing institutions like Development Bank of South Africa, DBSA, are among also of stakeholders that play a key role to ensure that we shape our development.
Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa has removed his army chief amid coup speculations in the country. A statement from the presidency says Anselm Sonyathwe had been retired and reassigned to head the sports docket as the sports minister. The sports vacancy became available this month after Kirsty Coventry was elected president of the International Olympic Committee. Sonyathwe's removal as army chief comes at a time of increased political sparring ahead of the general elections set for 2028. Analysts say President Mnangagwa appears to be acting to shield himself from a potential mutiny. A section of cadre of the ruling ZANU-PF party want Constantino Chiwenga, Mnangagwa's deputy who removed Robert Mugabe back in 2017, to take over as president. In recent months, he has also shuffled the heads of police and intelligence services in the country. In the meantime, President Mnangagwa has congratulated Kirsty Coventry, the newly elected president of the International Olympic Committee, IOC. President Mnangagwa officially relieved Coventry of her duties as Zimbabwe's sports minister during an event in Harare, as the 41-year-old will take up her new position as the Olympic head in June. Ms. Coventry made history by becoming the first female president and the first African president of the IOC following a secret ballot held in Costa Navarino. The 7-time Olympic medalist secured a commanding 51% victory in the first round of voting, outperforming 6 other contenders.
I want to congratulate Dr. Kirsty Coventry. She has made us proud, my little girl. She has made us proud. Congratulations.
Acknowledging the horrors of the transatlantic slave trade is vital for addressing past wrongs, healing the present, and building a future of dignity and justice for all. This is according to the UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, marking the International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery and the Transatlantic Slave Trade. Mr. Guterres says it is also important that reparatory justice frameworks are grounded in international human rights law, developed with the participation of affected communities, and also acknowledging the terrible harms caused.
The horrors of the transatlantic slave trade are an undeniable fact. Acknowledging these truths is not only necessary, it is vital for addressing past wrongs, healing the present, and building a future of dignity and justice for all. It is also important that reparatory justice frameworks are grounded in international human rights law, developed with the participation of affected communities, and acknowledge the terrible harms caused. I urge everyone to play their part in building inclusive societies free from the evils of racism. That means countries complying with their international obligations, including the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, implementing the International Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination, and becoming parties to the Convention if they are not already. It means business leaders promoting equality and combating racism, and it means civil society and everyday people continuing to push for justice and taking a stand against racism wherever and whenever it appears.
Back here in Nigeria, the Lagos State government has announced plans to commence the full enforcement of mandatory health insurance for all residents by the third quarter of 2025. This was announced by the Permanent Secretary of the Lagos State Health Management Agency, Dr. Emmanuela Zamba, during LASHMA's 2025 first quarter media engagement. She says the healthcare initiative is to ensure that everyone has access to quality health services, including the vulnerable.
Since the year 2020, some residents of Lagos have been enjoying the affordable healthcare services provided by the Lagos State government through the state health insurance scheme called Ilera Eco. The Lagos State Health Insurance Scheme, under the supervision of the State Health Management Agency, is constantly making healthcare services a lot easier by initiating various healthcare plans for all social statuses. The 2025 first quarter media parley, organized by the Lagos State Health Management Agency, provides an opportunity for the agency to reel out what has been achieved so far and the new initiative available for residents under Ilera Eco.
Our goal is to ensure that Ilera Eco remains in the forefront of public consciousness and that more Lagosians enroll onto the scheme. Today, we are excited to share some of our major initiatives which will further drive health insurance uptake across the state. One of these is the Ilera Tiwa Cooperative. It is a strategic initiative designed to bring the informal sector on board by providing flexible payment options for artisans, traders, and low-income earners.
In a push to expand the number of Ilera Eco enrollees, LASHMA has introduced an enterprise platform that will boost the income of those who attract more residents to the health insurance scheme.
We discovered that the most consequential reward that Nigerians care about is cash reward. And so, therefore, we are using a multi-level marketing approach to compensate every member who is able to convince another Lagosian to be able to join Ilera Eco. So therefore, we have technically introduced an enterprise platform for people to be able to build a nest of income for themselves.
LASHMA also highlights the legal framework backing the health insurance scheme in Lagos State.
All residents, employers, and workers in Lagos State shall comply with the Lagos State Health Scheme Law of 2015 and the NHI Act of 2022, which makes health insurance compulsory. We are going to begin enforcement in earnest by Q3 2025. And the agency is currently conducting extensive public awareness. We're engaging the public, we're engaging stakeholders, and we are refining the enforcement modalities so that we can roll out efficiently in Q3.
The role of assessment and incentives in driving hospital performance under Ilera Eco healthcare insurance is not left out in this media engagement.
Before a hospital can even join the Ilera Eco provider network, we have to check them to see, do they even have the capacity to give quality and safe care to our enrollees? So before they even come in, we do an assessment.
Some of the enrollees present share their experience and how the healthcare initiative has reduced their financial burden.
People are dying because of lack of understanding of the situation and the economic side of it. People don't even have enough to pay for the treatment. And this Ilera Eco is now doing much to help us.
Over 1 million Lagos residents are currently registered under Ilera Eco healthcare insurance scheme. Others are advised to take advantage of the affordable healthcare services by visiting any of the physical enrollment centers across the 5 divisions of the state or visit the Ilera Eco online portal in order to reduce out-of-pocket expenses.
Let's take a break now on the program. Still to come. Ghanaian choreographer garners worldwide attention for teaching dancing moves to market women in Accra. Please join us again. Welcome back to the program. The National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, is urging Nigerian citizens to prioritize locally manufactured goods to strengthen industrial capacity and reduce reliance on importation. At a strategic focus group meeting in Jos, the Plateau State capital, stakeholders explored ways to improve domestic production and promote made-in-Nigeria products, with NASENI showcasing its own assembled items as part of its industrial development efforts.
Stakeholders from the organized private sector, the academia, as well as others from the business community in and around Plateau State are meeting with the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure to create awareness on the various made-in-Nigeria products. Various items manufactured and assembled by the agency are on display to attract the attention of participants to the agency's industrial revolution efforts.
We want our presence to be felt everywhere. That's why we're doing this focus group, to see what the people are talking about, to see what the people want, and then be able to give back into Nigeria. Now, we are actually not going to just allow you to use our technology and put your name on it anymore. We'll put our name there as well so that you see us as you see the product. And I hope at the end of this focus group, and the set of focus groups that we're going to have all over Nigeria, that the Nigerian populace will know more about what we do. And we don't want to just know it, we want to feel it. We want in every home to see, on the table you see NASENI there, outside you see NASENI there, and then we want to be able to say, yes, we did this in Nigeria.
Domestic markets that are often flooded with imported products remain a great concern to economic players. This has prompted the agency to venture into electric vehicle production as an alternative to vehicles powered by fossil fuels.
NASENI is doing it, and we have brands. We have this pickup type, we have the sedan, we have the buses as well. And we want the stakeholders, we want this to go to the public so that we can have stakeholders that are interested in partnering with us locally in Nigeria to come to us and we talk. Because when we do the assembly here in Nigeria, we want off-takers. We want people that will be able to take it to use here in Nigeria. And part of the advantage of this kind of gathering is, and this kind of situation where we do things in Nigeria, where we bring this to Nigeria, is we are domesticating the technology in Nigeria. NASENI has capacity to do that.
While applauding the efforts of NASENI, one of the participants wants the agency to improve on the quality of products and ramp up awareness on the services that they offer.
I must say it's encouraging, it's insightful. My advice to NASENI is to ensure that this event or this program is sustained and the information is taken to all nooks and crannies of this country.
The National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure is optimistic that its efforts in the production of locally manufactured products will lead to increased patronage from citizens and ultimately stronger economic growth.
The United Nations Children's Emergency Fund, UNICEF, has held its first Youth and Children Consultation Review Forum as part of Nigeria's voluntary national review. The forum, which is a key step in ensuring an inclusive, evidence-based and participatory evaluation of Nigeria's progress towards the Sustainable Development Goals, was done in partnership with the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on SDGs. It also seeks to amplify the voices of young people and children to contribute in shaping national policies. We're in neighboring Ghana now, where a choreographer is gaining world attention for his dancing moves as he teaches the market women in Accra. Official Starter says he takes his inspiration from his late mother, who was also once a trader.
World-famous Ghanaian dancer and choreographer Ernest Rajanati, commonly known as Official Starter, is bringing joy to dozens of market women in Accra by teaching them some of his moves. At the market in Accra, Official Starter guided students through several moves, showcasing a short dance and a catchy beat as fellow traders and customers in the market enjoy the performance. Taking inspiration from his late mother, who was also once a trader, the content creator decided to embark on a new path that no one has explored before in the industry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dancing with them, they work all day without no rest, and it's hardly for them to be entertained. You get me? It's not merely about dance. Sometimes just conversation with them, sometimes sitting around them, talking to them, and let them, also telling them how they feel, also make them happy. Despite initial skepticism, the dancer continued on his project and gradually spread the effect across communities. And the impact is crazy, every market I'll go, people know me, people want to be part of this Happy Town project, and it's amazing, the impact is crazy. People, like you are here, some also, people normally come here to take pictures of them, to make videos with them, because it's amazing. Several market women also share their excitement following lessons with the influencer, adding that dancing has slowly become a big passion for them. Oh, first people were telling me, hey, I saw you on the TikTok, I saw you. Say, are you sure it's me? I want to shadow them, but they always say, yeah, I saw you, it's me. Yes, yeah, it's me. But now I feel comfortable telling them, yes, I'm the one in it. I feel great and good. Looking forward to the future, Official Starter plans to reach out to the international community even further, while also prioritizing the renovation of the market where he first made his name with his Happy Town project. The future plan for this project is, I've already started going to different marketplaces to show them some love, to dance with people, because I can't just do it only here. I have to move around the nation, the world, and my plan is to move around the world to show them what dance means and how we appreciate them, not just talking to them, but through dance and through communication. And first and foremost, I just want to renovate this place because it's been a while. The floor is not good, and some places are not really well finished. So we are working on it before I move to different markets. Official Starter gains a remarkable influence on social media as he currently holds over 4 million followers on several platforms, including YouTube and Instagram. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And that's it on the program for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Layo Olarede.